Good rising, sacred souls. I'm very grateful for your presence in this moment. Today I'm going to talk about food. Did you know that every 35 days your body creates new cells from the food you are eating? Therefore, it is always great to eat a plant-based diet in its natural organic state, which means that it is not a hybrid or genetically modified, and that it's mucus-free, for example from your garden. There is a saying from Dr. Sebi which says, if nature didn't make it, don't take it. Or you could also say that you should not eat anything which your great-great-grandmother would not have recognized as food. When eating, simply eat, and let eating become a symphony of flavors and textures, and simply be with your food. But sadly, I actually see a lot of people who eat but do not taste, or they might not be even eating but just swallowing. Food in general is information. It's instructions to upgrade or downgrade your biology, depending on what kind of information you consume. If the structure of the water in the food is chaotic, then you should think twice before opening your mouth. And also, the kind of information you consume affects your gene and hormone expression, your brain chemistry, etc. In addition, it should be noted that mucus, which is found in genetically modified foods and hybrid foods such as starch, refined sugar, dairy, and meat, makes us sick, because these foods don't turn into blood like the natural foods. They turn into a gooey substance called mucus that travels through our entire system after they are broken down by the digestive system, and thus our blood will not flow like water, but it will flow like mud. The mucus covers our organs and does not allow enough oxygen to reach them, so we age like milk and not like wine, and that is also why we only should eat what nature made and not what humans made. Moreover, you should always eat to live, and never live to eat. It will do wonders if the foods you are putting inside of your body are rich in colorful pigmentation, antioxidants, biophotons, structured water which will form magical crystals, and foods which have a lot of live enzymes. So basically, it's best when your garden and kitchen is decorated with foods that look like a sun-kissed rainbow, which will get your body to be more alkaline. So make sure that you eat most of all raw foods and a lot of fruits, but never mix acid fruits with sub-acid fruits. So for example, grapefruits, citrons, lemons, oranges are never to be combined with sub-acid fruits like figs, apples, pears, or berries. Also, never mix your watermelons with any other fruits, since they are digested the fastest. So when you combine them with another fruit, they stay in your body and ferment so that toxins like alcohol are building up in your body. Fruits in general are digested the fastest, so it is great to break your fast after sleeping with fresh fruits, and to eat fresh fruits or light vegetables in the evening. And between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., it is best to consume a diet in fats and protein, because our digestion works the best when the sun is at its peak, since our solar plexus, where digestion is taking place, is connected to the sun, and our food is made of the sun's energy. But never consume a lot of protein, because it can be difficult to digest if you eat a lot of proteins like nuts, seeds, legumes, grains, etc. Also avoid combining high protein foods like nuts, seeds, and legumes in the same meal, as this can be hard on your digestive system and may lead to bloating and discomfort. And for the women out there, it is said that if you have digestion problems and you don't have a bowel movement after every meal, then your intestines press onto your womb, so your womb will be depleted of oxygen and nutrients. It is best that you have a bowel movement before having breakfast, and when you eat 3 meals a day, you should have 3 bowel movements a day. Moreover, combine leafy greens with non-starchy vegetables. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and lettuce are best combined with other non-starchy vegetables like cucumbers, bell peppers, and carrots. This combination provides a variety of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants without overloading your digestive system. Furthermore, when you eat, you should always pray before eating, and it is important to chew mindfully. And if you can manage, it is best to chew each bite of food 32 times, because there is a reason why we have 32 teeth. Another point is that fresh food has lots of light storage ability, and every, for example, genetically modified canned and frozen food is killing biophotons. The quality of our food is linked to how much it has the ability to store light. A deficit of biophotons in our body, whether it be through radio radiation, stress, and so much more, can cause a deficit in cell communication, since cells communicate through light and control their metabolism process through biophotons. Eating nutrient-dense food is very good for your gut flora, and it is said that if your gut flora is not in balance, then your entire system is in a state of chaos. Therefore, digestion is highly important, because if your body is not able to metabolize the foods, you're not getting the nutrients. And most of the patients, when going to the doctor, are people with stomach problems. A lot of medical professors are also saying that you should have a bowel movement 3 times a day. And if you did it, you'll just say hooray. Furthermore, every second there are 37,000 billion chemical reactions in our body. And so every one of those chemical reactions need a vitamin or mineral to make it work. Magnesium, for example, helps to regulate 300 enzymes. Also, be sure to drink every day a green smoothie. For this, you can also use a crystal cup for drinking. And for eating, I would recommend clay bowls, calabash bowls, or coconut bowls. Eating mono meals is what the body loves the most, because it boosts the digestive system. And believe me, so many issues start in the gut. All foods, even the different fruits and vegetables, will require a slightly different set of digestive fires, such as stomach acids and enzymes. You will also bypass any food combination trouble. We were designed to eat mono, one thing at a time. And now we put everything together, creating a soup of confusion for the body every time we eat. I mean, look at our plates: starch, protein, sugars, fats. Therefore, some of these foods will not get digested properly, causing heartburn, upset stomach, lethargy, and or other gastrointestinal disturbances. Furthermore, instead of eating dry, dead, acidic foods and drinking water out of plastic bottles, one should consume more foods which are mostly 80 to 90% made of pure water. So if we would eat, for example, more water through the consumption of fruits, we can drink less of the unstructured, dead water from plastic bottles. Another point is that it is said that food should be digested in less than 3 hours. Otherwise, the food that you have put into your mouth is either bad for you or simply not the best. That is why it is important to eat whatever is genetically the furthest away from you, because it has not a highly complex genetic memory, so your body can easily break down the genetic code. In that sense, it is important that one must eat plant-based foods, because they are genetically more simple than we are. Thus, they are the most easily digestible foods. Therefore, if we want to feel more light, intelligent, and vibrant, the fuel which we consume should be very easily flammable, and a lot of vegetables and fruits burn the quickest. which means that it puts the least amount of stress on the system. Also, fruits are the foods which are the easiest to digest, because most of them only take half an hour to be digested. And they're usually eaten raw and not cooked, which means that the enzymes in the fruits support your digestive process because they have not been destroyed. But if you cook fruits, then the body can only reconstruct some of these enzymes. Also, 80% of your immune system is located in your digestive tract. So having a healthy gut is a major key in attaining overall health. So if you have a strong and healthy digestion, your overall system is healthy. Therefore, you should not put too much pressure on your digestion and let it be at ease and empty for a period of time. Also, your body is electrical. So you need electrical foods, and electrical foods are also alkaline foods, which help the body to heal and nourish itself. It helps to increase the copra within the nervous system, so that there will be a greater use of our brain and senses, because after all, electricity is the reason why the human body can move around, walk, run, climb, and crawl. According to Ayurveda, when one eats with their fingertips, it will boost the digestion. And they also tell us that a healthy body means a healthy digestive system. Therefore, healthy eating should focus on improving your digestive health. So when it comes to eating with your fingertips, they say that the nerve endings in your fingers can even sense the temperature and texture of the food. And so they send signals to your brain, which triggers the release of the appropriate digestive juices and enzymes before the food even touches our lips. Also, you become more aware of the textures, taste, and aromas when you eat with your hands, because it kindles the 5 elements, which are fire, earth, air, water, and ether. Thus, you are more conscious of how you eat. Furthermore, it is a muscle exercise, which increases blood circulation, and it may let the blood flow more smoothly. Moreover, it helps you to eat slower, and thus you tend to not overeat. Therefore, the sugar blood in the body is more in balance. And eating with your hands boosts your gut's natural immunity to environmental bacterial germs. But of course, one should wash their hands before eating a meal, which is, I guess, also more hygienic than using a spoon, because the cleanliness of your hands is entirely in your hands. The cleanliness of the fork is not necessarily in your hands, because when you are, for example, eating in a restaurant or with your friends or relatives, you don't know how they have used it and for what, but you always know what you did with your hands. It also prevents you from burning your tongue, because when you have gathered the food with your fingertips, you'll automatically feel if it is too hot. And another point is that it makes you stick to what you are doing right now, which is eating, because you won't, for example, pick up your phone or book when you have rice all over the fingers. Also, back in ancient days, this practice was, for example, adopted by most civilizations, including Indus Valley, Greek, in Africa, and in Indian tradition, or in Southeast Asia. And of course, in, for example, rainforest tribes, it is still a common practice nowadays. Furthermore, it is also said that one should cook in an unglazed clay pot, because the nutrient loss is much lower and clay is alkaline in nature. So it neutralizes the pH level. When cooking with clay pots, you do not require extra oil, because the food retains all its oils and moisture, so food cooked in clay pots are much lower in fat. Also, clay pots add many important nutrients to the foods, like a lot of minerals, vitamins including vitamin B12, calcium, phosphorus, iron, magnesium, and sulfur. It is said that people who feel more anxious should consume sweet, sour, and salty foods, whereas People who feel sluggish should eat more spicy and bitter types of foods. Or someone who has more a fiery nature should eat more sweet, bitter, and spicy foods. But if you have an upset stomach, you can either fast or drink liquids like clay water or fruit water, or you can take in more good oil into your diet like avocado, walnut, or linseed, or pumpkin, or olive oil, because what some refer as the digestifier works exactly like a ghee lamp, which needs oil to burn, which is the same with our digestive system, which processes our food into a liquid in preparation for its nutritional content to be absorbed, and so unless the liquid has a slightly oily quality, our body has a hard time digesting it. Good food is good mood, and the beautiful thing is that whatever you consume the most, you will start to crave it even more. So you can force yourself to eat broccoli and wake up one day with that new feeling of, wow, I love broccoli, instead of thinking that chocolate is an apology from God for broccoli. So once you choose to repeatedly eat differently, you get accustomed to eating that way. Therefore, you break the old habit of eating Frankenstein foods. So leave the food that man made and eat the food that God made. Moreover, food is what connects us to our home, Mother Earth, and it connects us to the spirit through sunlight. Therefore, if you eat synthetic stuff, then you are not even of Earth. And so it will be even harder for you to connect to Mother Earth. So eat in a way that serves and honors the divinity that resides within you. Thank you for taking your precious time and expensive energy to listen to what I have to say. And may you always be a magnet for miracles and deep healing. With raining stars in bloom and drowning roses of dreams, just me.